What is going on? Thought I'd come on for a moment and talk about the typical symptoms that come back after years. This is more for protracted people, but you've been off benzos for years. I'm still tapering Remeron, so I got that going. But what happens when you get symptoms that come back that you haven't felt for years? It's fairly terrifying, to be honest. That's what I'm going through now, hence the video. You probably can't notice that anything would be different because I'm usually sound the same all the time. But that's my coping mechanism, is to just more or less put myself out there as normal, no matter how horrific the symptoms are. Sometimes I can't fake it, but sometimes I can. So, first off, I'm just completely worn out. And I started overdoing it, eating some foods that I don't normally eat. I've been keeping a really specific diet for many years because I know diet makes a really huge importance in my recovery. So I started eating really off stuff, doing a lot of sensory stuff that I don't normally do a lot of. Once in a while I do. It took a long time to get to, but I do some sensory stuff once in a while, and although sometimes I get into waves and stuff like that, I'm usually able to handle it and get back into action in a couple weeks. But now I've got these symptoms that are really unnerving and scary, and as many waves as I've been in, it's never not scary. But some of them, like this one, unreal. What ends up bringing my depression in is that these are things that I haven't felt in years. And I feel with how much healing I've done and how much work I've done to get here and how much mental anguish I've done to get to this point, that I should be a bit better by now, Um, I mean, I'm going on over 7 years of being off benzos, tapering Remeron for a bunch of years. So Remeron was my last medication that I had to get off. I have to get off of, and I still have a while to go because I can barely taper it because my nervous system's so fragile and so damaged. But that's fine. I don't mind going slow and taking it, but why am I still coming through these waves like I haven't had a wave like this in years. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Yeah, maybe. Did I just overdo it and I didn't listen at all to my own advice? Maybe. But kind of strange because I've overdone it a lot in the past and it's never come to this point. Now I'm getting that head pressure again. I mean, it feels like I just got ripped off of benzos. It's like a little bit better, but an acute type symptom. I get the crawling in my skull and numb face again. That was shit I dealt with years ago. I still get it once in a while, but it's severe now. My whole body is crawling, and it's just terrible feeling. I'm really weak. I'm starting to worry about everything. My sensory issues are out of control. Like it's hard for me to watch TV. Like without feeling like something's like I'm gonna go crazy. That's silly. It's terrible. Um, Nobody should really have to live like that. Especially after, I've done everything I could. I went by the book, of how to, get through benzo withdrawal syndrome the best you can. And I tapered Remeron about 2.5 months ago, and I never really did slow down. I just kept doing stuff, and I didn't feel I was getting. I mean, I got some lashback from the taper, of course, but I just kind of fought through it and did stuff anyways. Went out and whatever, do my job, work, and whatever. And here I am 2.5 months after that taper, and it's just, I'm in one of the worst waves. I can't even go back and think, because these symptoms are so close to some of the symptoms I got when I got ripped off of benzos. So it's like it starts to make me think, did I make a mistake somewhere? Did I eat something with alcohol in it? Did I what? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Could have. I was eating kind of shitty for a little while there. But nothing too major. I mean, compared to an average American, I eat like I'm a saint. But, I started eating some more fried foods more often. I started eating more gluten, which I don't eat. Had some corn. I don't eat corn, and so on. And I started going to a lot of shows, movies, and like all this sensory stuff that I don't normally do. It was hard, but it's like I'm able to do more. The more I get off the Remeron too, the more I can handle it. But I can't handle it, obviously. It's the backlash. I can do it, but then I get a backlash, which takes a long time to get to. So now I'm at this place that it's just like my life is set up, to work and do specific things, and now I'm totally down. I just wanted to completely state my disappointment, because here we are at the holidays, and now I'm completely down. It's like, come on. I've paid my dues in this shit, right? I swear I did. But, I guess you just keep, one foot in front of the other and keep going. Let's see if anybody comments here. Hey, what's going on? Life would be best with zero emotions. Well, that's thinking. I guess it depends the situation. Like, sometimes I feel my emotions make me feel better, because I can have a day where I cry and it just lets out a lot. And I'm okay with that. If I had no emotions whatsoever, I mean, it could help in the fact that then I just wouldn't care at all. Okay, fine, my head's pressurized and feels like it's moving. I don't give a fuck. That would be great. Admittedly, I could handle that. But no emotions, that'd be rough. But yeah, I've worked really hard to get to this point, and the waves are just, it's like to me, it's not a wave, it's a pretty big setback. And I don't know why. Don't know why. Then I think, oh, did I miss a dose of Remeron or something? And it could have happened. I mean, I don't think so, because I use an app and I mark it every time. But I've been known to like just press the button on the app and say I took it, and then I get up in a little bit and take it. Maybe I just missed it. You just don't know. I doubt it, but you never know. Did I have food with alcohol in it? I don't know. Maybe. I've eaten a few things that could possibly have went that way, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I somewhat think it's just me overdoing it. And the other, I really realized the other day, because I've been declining for a while, ever since I tapered, and I'm not kicking back. I mean, I shouldn't be still having problems from the taper. It was 2.5 months ago, but I don't know. I mean, everything's could be different. But I had, I'm getting some carpal tunnel in my hand, and I went for a test, which I didn't even put two and two together that it was a nerve test. So basically, shot electric through my fucking nerves, and I'm like, Jesus. I just figured it out. Like, hello, Dan. Knock, knock. You've got a damaged nervous system and a damaged brain, and you just had a nerve test on your hand, arm, elbow, neck, and spine. So, yeah, that took me over the edge. I was already in bad shape, declining, and then I got the nerve test. And I didn't even put two and two together that would fuck me up. Of course it would. You have you have a damaged nervous system, and you're putting electrical currents through your nerves, then yeah, it ain't gonna be pretty. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to state my disappointment. That's pretty much it. Getting pretty tired, so I'm probably just gonna pass out and go to sleep. I just thought I'd pop on here for a few, So take care, and I'm going to come on a bit more until this wave calms down, because I've been feeling more like talking about it. And I've been getting people that just relate to it. And, nobody wants to feel alone when it comes to symptoms like this. When I first got off benzos and I was in the forums and stuff like that, and I heard other people were dealing with what I dealt with, it was sad, but it felt good in the same time. I wonder to myself sometimes if I can even get through this at all. And here I am 7.5 years later, something like that anyway. This is around that. And I'm still alive, but my symptoms are pretty severe. So I don't really know how or why. Still, I have to fight with this and suffer with it. But yet here I am. Anyway, have a good one.